Boise State enters the 2018 Mountain West Championship game, one of the hottest teams in the country, winners of 7 in a row, including multiple wins over nationally ranked opponents in November. The only other programs to have done that, Alabama and Ohio State. Boise State made a national statement to conclude the regular season.
Touchdown Broncos!
Beating nationally ranked Utah State, snapping the Aggies' program record 10-game win streak.
It was exciting. We were proud. I was excited for our team, but it was something that I know everybody in that locker room at the end of the game was kind of nodding their head like not only did we win, but we just had an experience with the fan base here that was unbelievable.
Dives, touchdown, 200 yards for Alexander Madison.
This week, the challenge gets even bigger as the Broncos face a second straight opponent who enters the game with 10 wins.
We've done all this work. We set out since February to achieve this goal, all right, that we want to go back and put ourselves into another championship game. Great. It all sounds good then. Here's the things we have to do. Now the reality is we are there. So what are we going to do to finish?
Fuller's kick is blocked. It is blocked.
We know some of the stuff that they're bringing. We have seen it. They've seen some of the stuff we're bringing. But we have to make sure that we stay fresh, stay on our toes, and you never know what anyone can bring, especially this being, you know, as big as a game as it is. They can use pretty much all their weapons, all their trick plays, whatever they want to pull out on us. So we just have to go into it, the mindset, with our head down and do the work.
Maeva got in there on 3rd and 5.
Saturday's championship game will mark the 6th time that Boise State has faced a nationally ranked Fresno State team. The Broncos are 3-2 all-time in such games.
He makes the catch.
We know it's going to be an unbelievable challenge. We know that they're hungry, you know, coming up here, especially because they've lost the last 2. So it's something that we definitely realize, and we know we're going to have to put in an unbelievable week of prep and, you know, to go out there and give ourselves a chance to win.
Fresno State's going to come back here. They're going to play on the blue. They're going to be ready to play. They're going to be physical. They're going to be fast. They got a really good quarterback. They got a great linebacker. They play consistent in all 3 phases. So as long as you know what you're getting into and you can prepare yourself for that, then it's just a matter of going out there and playing the game for 4 hours.
What a run! 59 yards for Alexander Madison.
Boise State is hosting the Mountain West Championship game for a league record 3rd time. In the previous 5 matchups, the home team has gone 4-1. In Boise, Idaho, I'm Jesse Kurtz for the Mountain West Network. Now for a report on the Bulldogs, here's Paul Loeffler.
Thanks, Jesse. I know you have a chance of snow in the forecast there, but here with the sun shining in the San Joaquin Valley, it's still short sleeve weather. The Bulldogs insist they're ready if that white stuff falls. They're ready for that blue turf. Most importantly, they're ready for that fast, physical, and experienced Boise State team.
McMarion with the game on the line across the middle, incomplete.
It has come down to the 4th quarter each of the 3 times Jeff Tedford has coached against Boise State in the last 12 months.
It's a formidable group that we're playing against, and you know, they're going to battle all the way through, and I know we're going to battle all the way through. We're going to compete as hard as we can, and it's going to come down to executing and making plays.
A 28-17 win in Fresno, followed by a 3-point loss in last year's title game and a 7-point defeat 3 weeks ago.
In both of those games, we realized what we messed up at and how we didn't finish. So we know that when we go up, or if we do go up, you know, we got to keep fighting. The game's not over, you know. We got to keep that same mindset that we started with, and we got to finish with that.
But is there a mystique surrounding that famously blue field they'll be playing on where only 8 visitors have won this century? Coach Tedford says no, just powerful players in those blue uniforms.
You shouldn't be looking down anyway, you know, and I think when you watch it on TV, it's a bigger deal than it is when you're actually standing on the field, because you don't really notice what's on the ground. You know, it's the same dimensions as any other football field, but I've said over and over again, I don't, you know, yes, they have blue turf, but I'm not sure that that's the reason for their success. They got a lot of other things going for them besides the blue turf.
Like a record-breaking senior at quarterback in Brett Rippon and a bruising running back in Alex Madison, who chewed up 144 yards against the Dogs 3 weeks ago. Coach Tedford will rely on a defense that allows just 13.5 points per game, 2nd in the country, and the best Bulldog mark in more than a half-century. The offense is highlighted by Fresno State's all-time leading receiver, Keyshawn Johnson, and Tedford's record when his Bulldogs managed to score at least 20 points. a perfect 19-0.
It doesn't come easy. Championships don't come easy, you know, and there's a lot of dedication, hard work that goes into it, and these kids have done that, and the staff has done that. But I think the sense of pride that our community would have with that, I think, is a big deal, you know, and to have Bulldog Nation be proud of what's going on. I think they should be proud anyway of this team, no matter what happens on Saturday. But, you know, you always get a sense of pride if you can win a championship, because it's very difficult to do.
In last year's championship game on the Blue, the Bulldogs led 14-10 late in the fourth. This year, they had a 17-3 lead in the second half, so they've been close their last two trips. This time, they say, they aim to finish. With Fresno State here in the San Joaquin Valley, I'm Paul Loeffler for the Mountain West Network.